Ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers, this is your dude, the Unexpected Wonder, and I've decided that, amongst other things, I will begin to do some different analyses, whatever how you say it, of various fictional characters that as I've grown up, I can very much relate to, and different ways. And just telling you, these will probably be some of the more serious, I guess you could say, videos. Now I do serious in them, but you know, this ain't no not much comedy up in these. I'm just gonna talk about the characters because it's a kind of emotional connection, you know. And you'll be wondering, what emotional connection? You'll understand. Alright, obviously in this one, I'm beginning with the character Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is the protagonist, the main protagonist of the series One Piece. It's a manga and anime, which is pretty much Japanese comics, okay, Japanese cartoons, and it's an action cartoon. It's a shonen, okay, that's the genre. Now, Monkey D. Luffy, where do I begin? I guess I'll begin with a lot of criticisms people have and counter them, and then explain why I really relate to his character. Not just enjoy him, relate to the character. Alright, first of all, a lot of people say Monkey D. Luffy is not a good protagonist. I have to counter that one. I have to refute that one. That is totally false. People need to understand how hard it is for a writer, an author, to make a phenomenal protagonist. What makes a phenomenal protagonist? People got to think about these things, okay? What makes a phenomenal protagonist? You know, a lot of people are turned off because they say he's stupid. A lot of people are turned off because they say he's very childish. A lot of people are turned off, okay, by these things. They say his character has no development. All of which are false, and I shall prove them. And this is a bit why I relate to him. First of all, you got to understand, when the series starts, Monkey D. Luffy is 17 years old. After the time skip, which is now, he's 19 years old. That is very much near my age. I'm a bit older, but I can relate to the way he thinks. Monkey D. Luffy is a man of action. He just goes in, he does business. Okay? He don't care. He just takes care of business. He don't overanalyze things. He just goes in. Once he decides, there it is. He's a man of action. But you can't say he's stupid. First of all, his fighting IQ. He's a fighting genius. Okay? He's a fighting genius. He's highly adaptable. He has, in his case, it's a weak devil fruit. It's a rubber fruit. It's a rubber fruit. Okay, his body's rubber. He can stretch. But it took years for him to develop it. He works hard at developing and honing his skills. Okay? He shows determination out there. Crazy determination. Even to the point where he's ready to die. He has no fear of death. He thinks. He does. Very rarely, but he does think. There are scenes where he contemplates. Like when his brother died, Ace died. Different scenes. He's shown he can philosophize when he talks to Vivi on Alabasta and says, yo, this is a war, people gonna die. You know? He understands the world to a degree. Now, a lot of things is what turns up to me, I mean, he's different from me, is he doesn't care so much about things like slavery, racism, different things. He doesn't like them, but he just is like, he sits back and people are like, oh, he's sleeping through. He doesn't care. That's what a lot of people misunderstand. He does not care. He believes what he believes in, and that's it. He's a man of principle, a man of action, okay? He has a very much honor code when it comes to fighting. He believes in one-on-ones. I can relate to that. He holds his friends and his family at a high esteem. I can relate to that. He's loyal as they come. I can most definitely relate to that. You know, he believes He's manly. He believes in strength. He respects strength. He respects things like cool things. He calls them awesome. Like with technology, he has a lot of respect for a lot of things. Yes, he acts silly, but you got to remember the dude's age. He's not 35, okay? This dude is a teenager. He enjoys life, but at the same time, he is manly. He's a man. At the same time, he is definitely a man. He knows how to take control of situations. You know, he's a great leader. He designates, he knows what he's good at and what he ain't. Back in the Arlong Park arc, where he talks to Arlong, and Arlong's making fun of him, saying, "Oh, you're stupid, you this and that." He's like, yo, he knows what he's good at. He's like, I know I'm not a good swordsman. I know I can't cook. I suck at navigation. I'm not even a good liar. But what I'm good at is protecting those I love and beating the hell out of people. He knows what he's good at. He's confident in himself. People may say at times he gets overconfident, but who doesn't at times? I mean, you have to grow up and learn. You got to understand. See, this whole journey of One Piece, amongst other things, is a journey with Luffy to his progression, his maturity, his growth as an individual, as an adult. He's, you know, at the beginning he was living out carefree, but he's starting to learn that you can't just do that. You can't just live out carefree. You have to be responsible. The whole Usopp situation where he just wanted, you know, he wants to be friends, but Zoro's like, no, Luffy, you got to be a leader. He's starting to become understanding what leadership is. He's understanding that he's not the strongest person in the world. He's not invincible. He's been beaten how many times? But here's things that you gotta admire about him. Luffy, doggone, this dude is, I mean, there's fate that intervenes, don't get me wrong, but this dude has a will to live like no other. That inspires me. Dude who like a dude like myself, who's been through depression and suicide many times, who's found it at times hard to live. This dude inspires me because it's, seriously, some people may laugh, but I know he's a fictional character, but that's what he's there for. It's supposed to be inspiration, because I've seen it in other people too. A will to live. A will to live. He values human life. With the whole Robin, you know, he values life. He doesn't care, like I said, he doesn't care about racism. Obviously he's not racist. Doggone, with the whole Fishman thing, he doesn't care. You know, he accepts people for who they are. He accepts people for who they are. I find that very much admirable. Like I said, he's about the same age as me, so I can relate. I can understand his mindset, the way he's thinking. Like, yo, there ain't much more I can say. You know, he's a phenomenal character. At times, you know, could it be better? Sure. But that's just life. You can't always be phenomenal. But you can't say he's a garbage character, because first of all, I mean, folks have fallen in love around the world with him. I'm not just saying popularity, falling in love with the character. Doggone, he's very much relatable. He's very real. He's a realistic character among a freakishly unreal world at times. He, you know, I don't even know where to go from here. It's just Monkey D. Luffy. It's like he's family. He's a brother. He's your son. He's your best. He's a best friend. You can project folks you know into him, or yourself into him, and that makes a phenomenal character. That makes a great protagonist. You know, and like I said, he's continuing to develop. Judge him by the end of the series. You know, and for anyone, I would suggest watching the series just for Monkey D. Luffy and seeing how his character developed. Just seeing his character development. You know, seeing his interaction with people. Seeing how he maintains himself, controls himself. Seeing he has great instincts. He knows when to act and when to fall back. He showed that on the Sabudi arc. When he wanted to attack a world noble, but Hachi's like no. But you know, he doesn't care about when people say no, don't do something. Like when he attacked the world noble and the human slave racks, he's like, no, you don't hurt my friend. No, He stands upon his principles and he's ready to take the consequences. And then he's able to back it up because he doesn't just talk. He's a man who backs it up. But he also knows when, like, his decision making is very good. It's very good. It's very good. You know, I don't want to ramble on. It's just I can very much relate to him and his struggles. I very much relate to him and his struggles. I haven't lost a brother, so to say, but you know, I've lost. You know, I felt lost before. I felt, you know, at times lonely, but I've had to act sometimes when people disagreed with me. I've had to voice things. You know, I've had people believe in me. I've had people doubt me. You know, I feel like I'm growing up alongside you, and I just think that's really, to me, he is very relatable. Why? Because he's a man of action. Because he stands upon his principles. He's a great leader. He loves his friends, you know, his crewmates and his family. He respects those with power. He respects them. You know, he has a great honor code. He's what I want in a character. He's a balance. He's a good balance between the comedic, crazy side and then the serious side. And his will to live, his determination is at the top of the fiction, any character you can ever think of. So I'm ending my analysis of Monkey D. Luffy, and tell me your thoughts of it. What do you like about him? What do you dislike about him? You know, if you don't know about him, I suggest learning him. Okay, learning about his character. All right, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.